Welcome to the Ugly Sweater Circle Time with me, Courtney, and Emily. Now today we're going to be referencing Convergence Culture written by Mr. Jenkins. And our topic today is transmedia. Now, my cards here tell me, Emily, that you know a lot about transmedia. Would you be able to tell us what transmedia really is?
Absolutely, Courtney. Transmedia is actually the technique that stories unfold across multiple media platforms, with each media making distinctive contributions to our understanding of the world. So you got books, you got blogs, interviews, documentaries, and each medium does what it does best. So for example, you got comics, okay? And they provide backstory to the story that they're portraying. Also, you got games that might allow you to explore the worlds, and TV series which unfold different episodes.
Now, with games, do you mean computer games or Xbox games or PlayStation 3 games? What kind of games are
all
we
of them,
talking about?
actually. All of them. The cool thing about transmedia is it can take any platform and relay the same story through it to give you the whole view, the whole perspective.
So would that kind of be like the movie Matrix? The Matrix?
It's really funny that you would say something like that. That phenomenon that actually did it very well, that we will talk about. Jenkins, in the book Convergence Culture, talks about it very, very distinctly, that we will get to later.
Awesome. I cannot wait to hear about it.
Absolutely.
Now, as I was reading through the book, I couldn't quite help but notice that there was a term I was not really sure about. I think it was called origami unicorn?
Absolutely. It's weird, isn't it?
It's very strange.
You know what? Jenkins puts it the best way in his book. Do you mind if I quote it for you?
Oh, no. Go ahead, please.
Absolutely. So the way Jenkins puts it in his book right here, he says the term was actually coined by Neil Young after the addition of the minor detail to the director's cut of Blade Runner, which encouraged speculation that the protagonist Deckard might be a replica. The term refers to any element added to a text that potentially invites reconsideration of other works in the same franchise.
Oh, now I get it. That makes a lot more sense. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Definitely. So it's really any element added to a text that potentially invites the reconsideration of other works in the same franchise.
Now, please hang on with us for a short commercial break, brought to you by Campbell's.
Good.
Now, Emily, I was looking through a couple of web pages that I found just on Google. I was just searching around, and I found a site about the Blair Witch Project. Do you know anything about that?
No. I've heard stories about the haunting in Maryland, but no, nothing about the website.
Well, actually, the website is very interesting. It gives you a whole timeline of all of the events. So right up to, it starts where Blair is located, which is in Maryland.
Right.
Up until the story about Ellie and how she was accused by the kids of having them all come into her house and taking their blood. And it also includes the whole project aspect with the 3 students that went. Do you know anything about that?
A little bit. They try to take like a documentary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they tried to take a documentary and they went into the Black Hills Forest and pretty much just never came back. They were nowhere to be found, nothing. And so they did this huge search after 33,000 man-hours.
Wow.
They were not able to find these students.
Wow.
Over a year later, they finally found all their missing film, their journals, all underneath a 100-year-old cabin.
Oh, no.
So that's where the story is the Blair Witch still around? And this website works really well because it shows you clips, videos, sound bits, pictures.
Those platforms that we were just talking about, the transmedia aspects.
Right into transmedia, yes.
Wow.
Now, I was very interested in the mention of the Matrix earlier.
Right.
Would you be able to explain that to me just a little bit more?
Right. You know what? I'd be honored to. So, we all know the story about the Matrix.
Yes.
You know, it took us into this world where the line between reality and illusion constantly blurred, where the bodies of humans were shared as an energy source to, like, fuel machines, while their minds inhabit a world of digital hallucinations, right?
Okay, yes.
So, it's really cool because the game that they actually made for the Matrix had planted cues within the movie that connected to the game.
Oh, wow.
Which was really cool because it kind of motivated users to go through different platforms to see the way the author, the producer, told the story. So it was one of the first phenomenons that incorporated different platforms, you know?
So you would watch the movie to help you figure out the game?
Yes. That would give you a different clue or a different secret to the game.
Yeah, actually, you know, that's really interesting because when I was a little bit younger, I used to play the Harry Potter games.
Yes.
And I'm a big Harry Potter fan. But so I'd play the games, but it was never anything like that. Do you think that makes it more interactive?
Definitely.
Which helps to make it new media?
Absolutely. I think that's what works with Transmedia and why it's becoming such a big thing, because it's the interaction that matters. You know what I mean? And I think that's why it worked in that circumstance as opposed to the Harry Potter.
That is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you everyone for watching.
It was great being here. Thank you for having me, Courtney.
Thank you for coming, Emily.
I'll shake your hand.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Perfect.
I hope you all have a great night. See you later.
See ya.
Emily, could you elaborate more on that topic for me?
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to crack this puppy open.
Had to do with paper.
The origami.
Brought to you by Campbell's. Hey.
What I was trying to say is the origami.